A couple of months ago, when the first episode of Jujutsu Kaisen came out, we were all pretty hyped, and it was indeed the start of something great. However, during the last few minutes of that episode, when Itadori accidentally consumed a cursed object and became a vessel to the strongest curse there is, that moment was incredible and well executed. But how many of us were taken by surprise? See, the idea where the main character is a vessel to greater strength is not new. We have seen it several times before, be it Eren from the Attack on Titan, Midoriya from My Hero Academia, or even Rin from Blue Exorcist. There are various ways of pulling off this concept. But let's be a bit more specific. What if a conscious demonic being or some sort of curse dwells inside a main character? Or in other words, what if the main character is a vessel, and within him resides some entity of greater power? Well, when we narrow it down this much, two cases come into view. The most prominent is obviously Uzumaki Naruto, who has always had a tailed beast inside of him. And then there is Itadori Yuji from Jujutsu Kaisen, who became the vessel to the strongest curse. It is also a topic worth exploring. In both of these examples, a demonic being dwells inside the main characters. And this just raises further questions. What kind of role does Sukuna have in the story? Does his character compare to Kurama? Are there any similarities? Or are they just similar in concept only? Let's talk about it. There won't be any spoilers from the manga because, quite frankly, I haven't read it yet. So as long as you've watched the first 13 episodes of the anime, you won't be spoiled. First, let's take a look at Sukuna as an antagonist. He is hailed to be the strongest curse, aka King of Curses, and it's been that way for centuries. He is strong, proud, and conceited. A man who lives guided by only his pleasure and displeasure. At times, he appears to be carefree and easygoing, but then, just when it seems like you can trust him, maybe just a little, he completely destroys your expectations. This has happened to both Itadori and Mahito. They had the false delusion that they could maybe talk and negotiate with him, and that's something Sukuna either find amusing or just didn't like. Of course, everything we know about Sukuna is from other characters, so it is far too early, but so far he hasn't done anything to contradict the fact that he is a mad sadist who could never care less about other people. He may not be the perfect image of evil, but he is the perfect depiction of a man who lives guided by his pleasure and displeasure. Even when Mohito tried to talk to him, he would have killed him right there and then without a second thought, but he gave him a second chance just because they shared a laugh together. In simple words, he is a human who abandoned his humanity and now he goes around doing whatever he wants, or at least that's what he would have been doing if he had his own body. We don't know his personal story, we don't know what goes on in his mind, we don't know why someone like him who couldn't care less about other people is obsessed with Fushiguro, and we also don't know how a human became the king of curses. Kurama, on the other hand, was forced into Naruto when he was just born, and even though they were literally sharing the same body, they hardly ever communicated. Naruto was just always alone. And unlike Sukuna, who can get directly involved in situations, Kurama is the type of creature who prefers to stay alone. In a sense, one could say that he is more like a neutral being, neither good nor evil. Of course, we are only taking the initial point of Naruto into consideration here. As the story of Naruto became more diverse and crucial aspects of the story were revealed, as well as what exactly happened during the Leaf Village attack 16 years ago, Kurama wasn't seen as evil anymore. Sukuna, on the other hand, is not only seen as evil, he is evil. Even the reason he seeks out Fushiguro could be because Fushiguro holds some amusing qualities in him, or there could be a secret in Fushiguro's power that only Sukuna knows. This is very intriguing considering how Fushiguro has also given hints on how he is aware of his unique abilities. Jujutsu Kaisen just keeps raising further questions. The thing is, while Kurama isn't exactly evil, Sukuna is. His charisma is like Goju Sensei, but he lacks morality, and that makes all the difference. If the King of Curses lets loose in the outside world, there's no telling what he'll do. On the other hand, if Kurama let loose, he would have only destroyed things not for the sake of pleasure, he would have simply just destroyed things. Because does an angry tail beast even need a reason to destroy things? This is something that will never happen in Sukuna's case. He would never do something as meek as just simple destruction. Now, this brings us to the protagonists who are the vessels to these beings. We have Naruto, who never had a choice in the matter. For as long as he has existed, Kurama has always been a part of him. Itadori, on the other hand, may have coincidentally fallen into this situation, but this doesn't change the fact that, unlike Naruto, he wasn't forced into this state. There's a substantial disconnect in the way these two have lived their lives. Naruto's problem never stemmed from the inside because Kurama would rather go to sleep than go around killing people. However, the dilemma of being a vessel was always very real because even if Kurama didn't bother Naruto much when he was little, the society had a different idea. Not only did they reject Kurama, but also Naruto. That's also the reason why his life's goal was to become Hokage and get everyone's approval. And if we consider Itadori's case, it's obvious that the normal folks know next to nothing about curses, and even among the ones who do know about them, there are only a select few who know that Itadori is now a vessel to the King of Curses. The resentment still exists. They have already tried to kill Itadori once in the Cursed Womb arc, and in their heads, they have succeeded. So it's only a matter of time before things get even more complex for Itadori as more and more sorcerers find out about the reality of his existence. But that's not all. Unlike Naruto, who didn't used to have a direct connection with Kurama back when they weren't on good terms, Sukuna pops up anywhere in Itadori's body whenever he wants. He can't take control over his body, but he can still talk. His goal may be to get fully reincarnated, but we don't know what's going on in his mind right now. Even the pact that he formed with Itadori when Itadori died hasn't been explained, and Itadori himself has no idea that it ever happened. At least Goju Sensei has realized it, but the man's existence itself is a mystery. Imagine being stronger than the King of Curses. Overall, Naruto's life has always been different because he is a Jinchuriki. Itadori's life is also never going to be the same. He has slowly started to realize that. This is the dilemma of being a vessel. To conclude it all, both Sukuna and Kurama have next to nothing in common, except for the fact that they are both trapped inside the main character's body. Just like that, both Naruto and Itadori are not the same either, except for the fact that they are both vessels. There you go, guys. These are my thoughts on Sukuna, how he compares to Kurama, and the dilemma that comes with being a vessel. Feel free to share anything that you may want to add to this. I'm always looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Don't forget to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel grow, and that is my goal, so thank you. Well, as always, thanks for watching. I'm the Bearded Saiyan. I'll see you guys in the next one.